Okay, so big day today on the garden. I built these boxes a year or so ago, and we tried the first season of gardening here with what did we have? We had kale, and the kale did really well. We had these big long eggplant guys here that are still. This is a really old one, but it's still flowering, so I'm gonna leave it. The long eggplant did really well. We've got avocados that Anya's trying to grow them. That tall guy back there, and then here's one here that we haven't put in the box yet, and here's another little seedling right there, which we're not sure how they're going to do because they grow them in Vietnam, but it may be higher up in the mountains where it gets some colder air. Then we've got these regular peppers, which have done really well here. There's another avocado. Hopefully the avocados will do their thing, but it may take a couple years before they're making fruit. But I would gladly give them that time and the space because we love avocados. Here's another one of those long, I think this is the long eggplant. Oh no, I think this is what's left of the wild spinach, which we didn't even plant, and it grew to be about 11 feet tall. We had to hack it down. The girls didn't eat it, but it tastes just like regular old spinach. So, and then I've got these pork kratom plants, or we had them over in some gravel and they did not like that. So I've repotted them here in the planter box. There's another one. Hopefully they'll come around. If they don't, then they don't. And then I planted, my idea is, because the sun is so intense here, that I really like pumpkins and I really like melons, but you know, the vines will come out and then they'll crawl 15-20 feet on the surface out here, and it gets the full sun and the surface, it just cooks them. So they really struggle. They want to do it, but there's just too much bright sun. So my idea was I planted low growing stuff throughout, and then periodically I planted some of these long eggplants because I thought they'll make some shade over the bed, hopefully, and semi-shade the vines and the short stuff. So we'll see how that goes. Because we had pumpkins growing right out of the gravel here. They want to grow. It just, they get cooked if they're on the surface. So I may have to build some partial shade here if my idea of the taller plants shading the ground vines and stuff doesn't come together. So, and then we've got lots of these Thai chilies the girls like. And I planted these, this stuff here is called bitter gourd. Let's see if we can find one. I guess there aren't any on there right now. But it is what it sounds like. It's a little spiky. It almost looks like a loco weed pod. And it has this super bitter flesh, but it's apparently very good for you if you can choke it down. So then, you know, we've got these are pomegranate bushes, and they put out a lot of fruit, just not this time of the year. So they give a little bit of shade over here. I haven't really done anything. I don't know what I'm going to end up doing with that. And then this I've reseeded, or I just threw new dirt on top of the old kale because I figure it'll just keep on going right through the dirt. Eventually it'll pop back up. And then we've got our tamarind tree, this is a big producer. These aren't ready yet. You know they're ready when you squeeze them and they go crunch. And then inside there's this fruit that's it tastes just like a fruit roll, and it's sticky like a fruit roll. It's kind of like a fruit roll wrapped around little pits. So you just suck on the fruit roll part and spit out the pits when you're done. And then they make pad thai sauces. It's a fruity sweet sauce that they make for the pad thai noodles and stuff. This tree is a hardwood, and it's so hard. I tried to saw it with a regular saw, a wood saw, and there was no way. It just wouldn't happen. So I ended up using a hacksaw to cut through it, and it is literally, it's harder than hickory. It's just as hard as can be. Then we've got the Marionberries over here, and they're not quite ready. This is the second year this bush has been in. The first year it really straggled. Now it's finally starting to do its thing, so maybe we'll have to tie it in a little better. And of course we've got bananas all over the place here. Anya just planted these guys, these little decoration plants, and they seem to do well here. We've got lots of holy basil around the yard, and then more of the eggplant that does so well. And then these tomatoes are, I don't know how they're gonna do. We'll have to see. The tomato, it gets pretty hot here, so I know the tomatoes like the hot, but I think it's just never-ending heat that doesn't really work. Got lots of bananas. But anyway, that is the tour. I've got all this extra dirt that I think the girls are going to use over there on their compound. So anyhow, hope you guys are doing good. That's my garden report. Wish me luck. Talk to you later.